Yo, what's good everyone? OJ here. Welcome to another video. Today we've got some great information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting off with the next Legend of Zelda game potentially coming sooner than expected for some. All right, let's go ahead and get into some of the evidence here. So Imran Khan, who is an editor over at Game Informer, has revealed some interesting information when it comes to the next Legend of Zelda game, saying that he feels it's going to be coming sooner than people think, which indicates that he potentially has some inside information on this. Now, this was brought about during a podcast that Game Informer was having, and they were talking about the next Legend of Zelda game. So here's what he had to say. Quote, "I was thinking what I should say about that. The next Legend of Zelda will probably be sooner than we think. I will talk to you guys off camera about stuff." And when asked if it is a game by the Triforce Heroes team and involves co-op, he responds, not exactly. So it seems like it's going to be the next mainline Legend of Zelda game, or maybe just another type of Legend of Zelda game. We don't really know which one. I know I said it seems like, maybe it's not. But here's the thing that I will say. We all know that Mr. Aonuma and Nintendo, they probably already started working on the next Legend of Zelda game. We got some information just a bit ago that they're hiring for the next Legend of Zelda game. And they did say, even before we got that information, that they're probably going to take the formula that was Breath of the Wild and expand upon it. Or they said that they're going to reuse or kind of continue in that lineage of what Breath of the Wild did. So it maybe could be a direct sequel, or it could be like a Majora's Mask type of thing. I'm not really sure what it is, but I will say it kind of reminds me, based on what they've said here, like a Majora's Mask type of thing, right? You have a huge blockbuster hit. At the time, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was the best-selling Zelda game ever. It sold a ton of copies, and they're like, hey, we need to get something out somewhat quick to where we can capitalize on this and we can reuse what we used with Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and kind of just make another adventure, but make a different style of game. So maybe they do that. Maybe they take what they already have, they optimize it, they really push it for Switch only, and then they make a completely different style of game in the Breath of the Wild universe, or using that engine, and they kind of make maybe to where it's more like dungeon based and puzzles and things like that, and it's not so much combat focused like Breath of the Wild was with exploration in there. But they could go in a completely different direction like a Majora's Mask. So there's all sorts of possibilities with this. Now, you guys all know, or if you don't know, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is my favorite Legend of Zelda game of all time. I absolutely love the open world. I love the exploration. I like the enhanced combat. There's so many things. I can go on forever about how much I like Breath of the Wild more than other Legend of Zelda games, because my favorite game before that was Wind Waker. And Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild have some similarities in terms of the complete open type of world. Obviously, Wind Waker was more of a segmented type of open world, but it was still the open seas. You can go anywhere that you want. You can kind of raid certain places. It was just awesome. And that was my favorite Legend of Zelda game before Breath of the Wild. So I do like the direction that they're going with this one, but it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to bring next, because Breath of the Wild is still selling in the top 20 NPD. It's still doing well. People are picking it up. There's a Champions Edition or whatever it was that came out with those nice packaging and art books and stuff like that. So it's not like Nintendo can't kind of coast on that and kind of wait and see the opportunity, but sooner than you think. When could that mean? Because it's obviously subjective, right? I would personally guess that there would be a new Legend of Zelda game at some point in like 2020. That's what I would guess. Is that sooner than we think? Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild came out in 2017. I know back on the GameCube, we got Legend of Zelda Wind Waker in 2003, and then we got Twilight Princess in 2006. So that's 3 years. Is that sooner or not? I'm not really sure. I think maybe some people were expecting it to be a huge gap like we saw with Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So maybe it's something like that, to where there's just like a really big gap in between games, and maybe 3 years is sooner than what some people expected. But for me, I guess it wouldn't be too much, especially if they're going to use the Breath of the Wild engine, which they've kind of already stated, yeah, we're just going to use that, or at least we're going to build upon that, the formula that Breath of the Wild did. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do, just because Legend of Zelda has got its biggest audience that it's ever had on a single platform without re-releases with Breath of the Wild, and the Switch is doing doing really well. It's continuing to sell well, so Zelda's going to be even bigger than it's ever been before. So I think this follow-up game is going to be very important going forward. But once again, we'll have to wait and see what happens of this. So what do you guys think about what Game Informer had to say here? What are you guys expecting for the next Legend of Zelda game? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the next topic here. Nintendo has confirmed that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the best pre-selling Smash game, and it's also the best pre-selling Nintendo Switch game. So this title, of course, launches on December 7th. Everyone's super excited to play the game for the most part, but I do want to talk about this because I've been discussing how well Smash Brothers has been pre-selling on Amazon. If you look at the Amazon sales charts, ever since like March or something like that, ever since it's been able to be pre-ordered, the sales have just shot up. And yes, you can put down a pre-order without any like money commitment or anything, but I think with Smash Brothers, a lot of people are obviously going to follow through because it's Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. The name, the marketing, the type of hype Nintendo has built up into it, the type of demos they put out there for people to play all around, the Invitational, the E-League on TV. There was just so many different things that Nintendo has done, and I think Sakurai and crew has done their best job so far with the game, getting all of the characters back, taking DLC, which people do want, and simplifying things to where it's not so convoluted and complex like the Wii U and 3DS. Obviously, you don't have two different Smash Brothers games coming out at different time periods and everything, so you have people kind of waiting or not waiting and all that. It's just one system, and you still get the benefits of what they did before with the Wii U and Nintendo 3DS, being able to play Smash anywhere that you want, but then also being able to play it on the screen without having to spend $100 on the games when it comes to 3DS and Wii U. So this has just been the best setup, the best type of marketing, the best hype campaign. They didn't go cross years, for example, like it didn't start marketing or announce the game in 1 year, then it releases in the next year or in years later. They said, hey, we're announcing it in March and it's coming out in December. So this is the smoothest, this is the best Smash has ever been handled in my opinion, and I think that it's ultimate, right? I mean, I hate to just use that word because it's in the title of the game, but it's ultimate. Like everything that they've done so far, in my opinion, has just led to the perfect storm, and that's why you're seeing these huge pre-order sales numbers, not just on Amazon, but I mean, if you look at Best Buy, GameStop, so many other places, especially with the Black Friday sales going on, that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundle is doing so well. We've gotten some reports here and there, or people talking about that GameStops are selling out of that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundle. I actually have a couple people that I follow on Twitter that woke up in the morning to go to the stores to get that bundle just to have a new Switch, even if they've already had one, but also buying one for a friend or family or something like that. So I think that that's pretty much the catalyst, because you get a free game, right? So you have that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundle in there, and then people in there pre-ordering Smash as well. And Nintendo just said, hey, well, you know, Smash is the most pre-ordered game, and it's the best pre-ordered Smash game. I mean, they kind of put that out there to time it up, but it's pretty much what's going on, right? Like, people are pre-ordering Smash in record numbers, multiple pre-orders. Some people have multiple Switches, so they're pre-ordering multiple times, and that includes the bundle as well. So they're including, if you bought the Super Smash Brothers bundle and you preloaded the game, that's a pre-order sale too. It's not just in the stores, but it's also the preload, which Smash has never had. We haven't had that before with a bundle like that worldwide available. We've had Smash Brothers preload to where it counts as a pre-order, right? But we haven't had a bundle that's available worldwide to where anybody can just go out there and pick it up for the most part. We haven't had that. There was like a bundle, but it was like a basic in like one area. It was not widespread like this bundle was, where it pretty much just sold out instantly with what Reggie Fils-Aimé had to say there. So there's a lot of hype headed into this. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is going to be the best-selling Smash game of all time, which it would have to beat, I think, around 14 million. That's where Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U, if you're combining them, it's around that area when it comes to it. So I think it's going to blow by that. Probably by mid next year, we're going to see that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the best selling Smash game, maybe even earlier. Now, we did get some sales numbers for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. That sold 3 million in its debut week. I think Smash Bros. Is going to do more than that, which I talked about in a previous video, but I think Smash is definitely going to do at least 4 million or so in its first week of sales. It's going to be explosive when it comes to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, because it has everything. Everybody is here in this one. Everyone's pre-ordering the game. People are buying the bundles. It's doing very, very well, and I'm looking forward to that because you want to have a lively community where you can always have games online to where you can get into Elite Smash, and you need people. You need as much people as possible playing the game and getting into the online in order to have a lively community where the tech develops and kind of everybody just really goes into the game, puts out knowledge, puts out content. You need that drive, and that's exactly what Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is shaping up to be, especially with a great 2018 in my opinion when it comes to all the different systems, not just Nintendo here, but just Microsoft, Sony, and also Nintendo. There was a lot of great games this year, and I think Smash Bros. Ultimate with the Game Awards is the perfect cap off to the year of 2018, so I'm looking forward to it quite a bit. So what do you guys think about all the different topics that we discussed here, from the next Legend of Zelda game coming sooner than we think, Super Smash Bros. Great sales? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. Alright Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube membership. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you Ninja for the next video. Peace!